Nice.
Destroy those barbarians.
Get them out of here.
Take their city. Nobody but America is allowed.
Nobody but America. Alright, I think you've officially hit Canada.
I think so. We've got like all of America here.
That's great. Appeal, breathtaking.
Appeal, yeah. How bad you want to live there.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Where did they rank as the most appealing place to live in America?
Yeah, let's see. It likes the mountains. What about just like the wheat field? Desert is none. Plains, 3. So most everywhere's like a 3. Oh, this is 1.
Oh my gosh.
What? You see, that's the head of the dragon.
It's the Ted of the Dragon right over there.
Yeah, it's the head of the dragon.
That's the Ted of the Dragon right there. So it's a weak
No,
spot.
I think maybe we are in Canada. Cool. Alright, I can vibe with that.
Oh, I'm glad you can vibe with that.
Yeah, I can
I'm
vibe
glad
with
the
that.
geography of our nation you can vibe with.
America the beautiful. Happy 4th of July. Woo!
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
The French haven't made it over here yet to become Canadians.
No, that didn't happen in this world.
It's 2280 BC.
Yeah,
We're pretty
this is
early
early.
on.
Wait, does that mean real America's gonna come wipe us out?
I think so.
Does this head all the way up to the North Pole?
Is that from Thriller Express?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hot chocolate.
Hot.
If you could have your own Polar Express, what would be your Polar Express?
What would be my Polar Express?
Uh-huh.
My Polar Express would not be a train.
It would be a plane.
It would be...
It would be a train, and I would sit down it.
no.
What do you think we should go for? Should we get a galley?
Galley would be nice.
We can go see who's out there.
Yeah, that'd be good. Is that another boat or is that our boat?
That's from the place below. See,
That's
they got
from
sailing.
there. They're already a level 5 city.
Yeah, see, we're way behind.
We are. The classical era, medieval era. We're gonna enter the classical era soon.
I know,
frankly,
we
I
need to
don't
get
know what that
we need to
means.
get ahead. Send them out to the rice fields.
The rice fields. Whoa. Good work, guys.
Cool.
Looks really good.
We need tobacco.
Anyways, why do you like? Why you gotta bring up Schoolhouse Rock?
Oh, well, Schoolhouse Rock, my biggest thing is that, you know,
Sorry, I meant School Rock or Schoolhouse Rock.
oh, School of Rock. For School of Rock, I remember watching that movie, like, kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that stuck with me, because you know the mantra, they're like, Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1942.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember I wasn't taught that, like, in school, really. Like, that wasn't really needed.
You weren't? Uh-huh.
No. But in that movie, they're taught that, and he's on recording, and he says that, and he's like, remember, Columbus sailed the ocean blue in when? And then they got somebody else,
1492. Is that not what they say in the movie?
1492?
Yeah.
1492?
I've always heard the song is 1492 because it's got enough counts in there to... Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
No.
How did they usually go? Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492?
I've never heard it. That's my entire point.
Oh.
What was, like, the biggest thing you got in trouble for in school?
Ooh, this is a weird one. It's just hard to explain. Someone was raising their hand next to us in 2nd grade, next to me, and I wanted to see how far their arm could go back.
Oh my goodness.
So I pushed their arm just like
You ripped
backwards
their
a
arm
little
off?
bit. So I ripped his arm off. No, I pushed their arm back, and then I got like sent out in the hallway for that, and I don't know why. I don't know if I like hurt him or what, but
You don't know? You don't remember what happened to the poor boy?
No.
I'm also interested.
But someone once poked my cheek, and I got them sent to the principal's office. That was pretty cool. Sorry,
Wow.
these were both in 1st grade. I had an eventful 1st grade. Those were the two major things that happened to me.
Wow.
And then, yeah, but I did get several teachers in trouble, I will say.
You got teachers in trouble?
Yeah.
What did you do to them?
Because they weren't very good. And I told my parents, and my parents went to the principal's office.
Oh my gosh, you paddled.
I did. They weren't
on
good.
The teacher?
Yeah, well, because there was one time where I was in 5th grade, and duct tape was all the fad. So I was like a level 2.
You were making wallets.
So I was like a level 2. I was making wallets. I was doing some duct tape witchcraft, but only on like a wallet level. There was this boy in my class who had a duct tape satchel that he took to school.
That's crazy.
And he made it all out of duct tape. Anyways, but what I did is I covered my notebook in bright rainbow duct tape, because why not when that's the fad.
Of course, yeah.
So
I remember the bright rainbow being like a high commodity. Like,
yeah.
People love that stuff.
Oh yeah, I know, and I had it. So I covered my notebook in it, my science notebook, and at one point my teacher, she was like, she would do that thing that like I hated personally, where they would just basically similar to like popsicle sticks, where like they're just calling on you randomly and you have to like share. I was just shy kid, so I didn't like that. But what we would do is we would all work on like little assignments together in our notebooks, and then we would bring our notebooks up to the front and in a big stack. And sometimes what she would do, if she was feeling spicy, by the way, when she was feeling spicy, she would also say, "I am not a happy camper right now, you guys."
I'm sorry, was she feeling spicy?
Spicy is in like mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
feeling mean. She would say, she put her hands on her hips and she was like, "I'm not a very happy camper now, you guys." Literally like that. And she was like, you could tell she was like fuming. It was not good. So then, so she was in one of those moods.
Did she ever say, "I am a very happy camper"?
No, never. And so then she was doing that thing similar to popsicle sticks, where they just like it's just a way of like just basically getting
just
a kid
randomly
and
picking
picking a kid.
Because nobody raises their hand.
Because nobody raised their hand. Yeah, and it is what it is. I'm not saying I was perfect, but the point is, she had our stack of notebooks from after the assignment she was that we were doing, and she was feeling like a happy not a happy camper, and so she was grabbing notebooks and she was like reading out of them, and she read it from a few people, and she was like, "Oh, this one's fine, whatever." She grabs mine. Mine's covered in rainbow duct tape, right? So like everybody knows that it's mine, or at least this is like what my self-conscious self is thinking. And she starts trying to read it, and she like puts it under the screen, and she's like, "Oh, I can't even read this one, you guys." And she like throws it to the side. And I was so embarrassed and hurt as a little 5th grader, because like that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's your notebook, and she puts it on screen showing your work, and then says, "I can't even read this," and tosses it, and then pulls out another one and is like, "Oh, here's one that's good." Anyways, it was not fun. So I think it was after that I got
You got her.
That I got her. I'm pretty sure she's still taught for years.
Planted drugs in her office, and she went to prison for multiple years.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
That's wild.
So as you can tell, my middle school is very eventful.
Was it like this? This is what my middle school was like. Dudes fighting over sticks over a river. I will say that I did this move once in class that I thought was pretty slick when I was pretty young. Yeah, I was like 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade.
Okay.
And I had forgot to do my homework, or didn't do my homework, or lost it or something. I didn't.
Dog ate it.
You dog ate it. Whatever excuse. My brother ate it. All those things.
Yeah.
And I did not have it, and it was due. And what they used to do in my class that we were in was the teacher would take all the work throughout the day that was submitted and all the things that we've been doing throughout the week, and she'd go and put it up on the board if it had no name on it, and it would like just sit up there, and if you didn't claim it by the end of the day, your homework would be destroyed, and you would not get the points for it or
It's
whatever.
pretty nice that she lets you at least like.
Absolutely, right? And so I'm like, okay, so maybe she saved me here because if I lost my homework and I don't know where it is, maybe it's up there or whatever. And so I walk up to the front. I'm like, oh, okay. And I go up there and I look, and just none of them are my handwriting. And I just snatch one of them off, and I just put my name at the top. And I was like, matter of fact, yeah, here it is right here for the assignment of the day. And I got it, and I got it in.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember what
mean-
grade you got?
I don't. It was like completion.
Oh,
back
it
in the
just
day.
was
I don't
like,
know.
yeah,
Dude,
just
it was
grab it
better
and
than
wipe your
It was
hands
better
of
than
it.
me not doing it at all. Whatever it was.
Wow.
You know?
Well, I mean, I guess that's the system, though, right? Like, if she's like, "Hey, it's freebies,"
That's kind of that's what I thought she was saying. She was like, just take.
She's like, "Just take it."
Yeah, if
it's
you don't
yours."
feel like doing the homework tonight, you can take someone
Yeah.
who didn't claim theirs.
That's
yeah.
so funny. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're able to do that.
Yeah, I thought that was...
So did you get in trouble for that or no?
No, I mean, she didn't figure it out. I mean, how was she gonna know, right? I
nice.
picked a handwriting that was like kind of close to mine. There's
yeah.
like some other dudes that had handwriting similar.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
this
you
is-
have good handwriting or bad handwriting?
I had really bad handwriting, and then I switched to writing in all capital letters, and I have really good handwriting
Nice.
now.
Yeah.
So,
Did you get in trouble for anything at school?
I got in trouble for a few like things that weren't really my fault. I feel like, totally
Yeah.
unfair, completely irrational. I did.
Are you sure?
I did get roped in with a group. Even though I didn't do it, I still got in trouble for it. But it was a ooh, we can make tobacco now.
Nice.
It was, look at this nice little town.
This is beautiful.
It was a all right, so we had our recess time. We go outside, right? We played this game called Wall Ball, and I'm sure that
Wall ball.
Wall Ball, yeah.
Mhm.
People probably know what Wall Ball is. They'll probably have different rules and things back then, but we used to play it out with an old tennis ball is what we used, and we had rules because we had a cool wall, and there was like some good spaces for you to set up lines on the ground and stuff like that. And so we played Wall Ball this one day, but
Could you explain how you played wall ball?
dude, I barely remember, but it was like
You throw it at the wall.
throw it at the wall,
bounces.
and then the person has to grab it and throw it at the wall.
And then
They
grab it,
they have to
then
run and
throw
touch
it at
the wall if you miss it. So it's like you bounce it off the wall, and then if you don't grab it on your first grab or it bounces twice, then you have to run to the wall instead of grabbing the ball, and the other person grabs the wall, and if they throw the ball and it hits the wall before you touch the wall, you're out. It was like something like that. There was some other things to it, but yeah, so we played that, and there was one day that it was like kind of a cold winter's day, and it had just rained recently, and we decided to go ahead and of course not me, I mean I was in the group. I had no say in this. I did not. I was like, what? And they dipped the ball in a muddy puddle,
No.
and we start throwing it against the wall, and it goes and it just leaves these massive mud stains on the wall, and it's the coolest thing we've ever seen. Because you've been sitting inside all day doing tests and whatnot, and then all of a sudden there's dirt getting splattered like a gunshot wound all over the wall, and it's the coolest thing ever. And then the ball bounces off, you run over and you dip it more in the water and stuff, and everyone else was going and grabbing this.
Not
at all. And they were just like hucking it at this wall, and they were just getting it higher and higher and throwing, just coating the wall, like painting the wall.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we get called in the principal's office a couple days later, and I mean, I know I did absolutely nothing wrong,
right.
So I'm just sitting there, but everyone else got in trouble. I think there was actually two main people that it ended up falling on, that were like the ones who were like, I dipped it for the first time and it was my idea, like I always, like it was like the guy who's in charge of the wall ball crew, and so I think I got off scot-free on that because they kind of took the thing, but I remember seeing him out there with a rag trying to get as much of it off the wall as they could, because the janitor had to go and do it later, like with a ladder and stuff.
Right.
Now I'm like, yeah,
you don't
know
know that as a kid, really.
No, not at all. But I just thought that's funny back then. And, that was something I didn't actually get in trouble for, but 'cause I didn't do it. But
Yeah. Well, did you guys have the silly bands?
Oh,
Wow,
we did have silly bands. We had silly bands. We had Smensels.
Did you guys get them banned?
Yeah, we got them banned for sure. We just 'cause of the
you guys
market.
had Smensels, but we didn't have Smensels. We had duct tape and silly bands. Silly bands were big. Silly bands got banned.
Bom dia.
É uma honra conhecê-lo
It's an honor
pessoalmente.
to meet you. So Brazil is
Parece que
nearby.
mentes-
Anyway, how did silly bands get banned at your school?
I don't remember. I think it was just too all-consuming. It was distracting during classes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure there was like an incident. I was a pretty big like contributor to those sorts of markets, but what was honestly really big, which they never actually banned, and I'm really grateful for, was the gum during state testing.
Yeah.
And that was always great. And so what was interesting is that the class I was in, we were a special class, and we
I was also in a special class.
and it was so we like stayed together through all the years of elementary school, and I joined this class in like second grade, and then I was in it
It's like
for
every year you're seeing the same kids and everything.
yes
Yeah.
but there's like a few that would be added, but I was one of like the really core group of people, and it was interesting because it was like every test year, you knew who had the good gum because we'd all been together. You knew who were like big proponents of each of these like
That's
markets
crazy.
and whatnot. So it was, I really liked that, but some people say it made me socially awkward. I don't know, like my parents, but whatever.
Can I have your gum stick? Not before you have my gum stick.
Yeah, we had our own language and stuff.
Trident for spearmint. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for real. No, spearmint was not good. But some people had those like Trident layered gum.
Oh, did
and
that
if they
get you
had
like extra?
yeah, for sure. People would be like trading like 2 sticks of gum for one of those. There was a
Wow.
strawberry mango flavor, I think.
It's 2 sticks put together.
Yeah,
You owe me 2 sticks.
you owe me 2 sticks. So, yeah, that was a big market, but that one never got banned. I feel like we're pretty good about it. And I also will say my class was never the problem too.
Oh yeah, my class was the problem.
Yeah, because you were the problem.
I was not the problem. You want to know who was the problem?
Who?
Was there was this kid who used to climb playground equipment and then jump off and hurt himself, and everyone would stand around and chant his name.
Seriously?
Yeah, and he one day.
Is that a campus?
I remember. Yeah, we're starting a campus every day. I
Nice.
remember it was I remember. I mean, he would go up there. It was cool. Like you're walking around the campsite and you're walking around.
The campus. The playground.
You're walking around the playground and you look up and there's just like a kid at the very top of the top part of the
like
jungle
the
gym.
very top.
Yeah, and you're just like, hey, how'd he get up there? You know, and why is everybody circled around the base? And why are they chanting his name? And why does it look like he's about to fall off? And then
That-
he does like this crazy flip that like falls down. It was all like wood chips and whatnot, but he goes boom onto the ground and everybody's like, yeah, and they all chant. And whoever it is chants and everything like that.
Yeah.
And,
Did the teachers not stop him? They
no,
didn't see?
no. Of course, one day, a couple months later, maybe even years later, maybe it was all the way until 6th grade
Okay.
that this finally happened. That we all had to do this big circle, and we all sat together. And then the teacher was like, "Oh, so and so is home, and they have been feeling." And I actually think they didn't use his name back then, but he was the only kid not there in class, and so everybody was like,
Everybody
"Ooh,"
knew.
and they're like, "Yeah, he feels very like pushed to do things that he doesn't want to do." And we were like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
no!" Like I was like, I didn't know
goodness.
that it was like that. You know, I wasn't pushing him obviously.
Yeah.
But it was just funny that
Oh,
it was like that. But he definitely was doing it on his own accord, and of course, like
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I'm
Peer
sure.
pressure's still a thing.
Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, that was good.
But yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
That's crazy. That's wild.
yeah, I know he was always kind of an interesting guy. I went on a field trip and I was in a group with him. I was in a group with the troublemakers all the time on the field trip, though, you can tell. And so I was talking with him one time about joining the military, and so we talked about the entire field trip. He was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna join the military when I'm older. And
He's like 10.
Yeah, we're like walking along a trail. The teachers are like, now we're gonna learn about nature. And we're like, he's like, I'm gonna kill people. That's what I'm gonna do. You know? Does this head all the way up to the North Pole?